Hey, what is going on, guys? Luca Russian, and name me a more iconic duo. Oh, wait. Okay, well, I mean, other than these, or these, or these two, and these two. Okay, I get the fucking point. Anyway, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the AK-47 and the M27, two of the most underappreciated and underrated guns in Call of Duty Zombies history. First off, I want to talk about the AK-47, and it is such an underappreciated weapon and such an iconic map to so many people. If you didn't actually know, the AK-47 is only in Mob of the Dead. I'm not sure why this gun didn't make it into more maps, to be quite honest with you, because it has such an interesting backstory to it, and it's actually a really good weapon too. Now, as far as this backstory is concerned, in Black Ops 1 there's a mission called Vorkuta, where you actually have to escape a prison with a guy named Viktor Reznov, and he's actually really important throughout the rest of the story. But the thing with Reznov is, he didn't really ever fully disappear, because in the mission, he quote-unquote dies, but you never actually see him die, and he's super important throughout the rest of the game, whatever. And when you upgrade the AK-47 to Mob of the Dead, it's actually called Reznov's Revenge. Also, if you didn't, guess by now, Viktor Reznov is Russian, and the AK-47 is made by the Russians, so I thought that was a really interesting tie-in, and supposedly there's a couple of connections between the Mob of the Dead characters and Reznov from what I've heard, so if that's actually true, then that would be really, really cool, and that would mean that this gun has a lot more history to it than we thought. Now for the damage, this thing's actually really, really powerful, to be honest with you. It doesn't have a ton of ammo, it has 300 fully loaded, but the thing is that this thing goes through zombies' heads until like round 35 or 40. As you can see in the gameplay, I'm just ripping through zombies, and when Brutus comes, most people have problems with him, but I literally just aimed right at his head, in about 10 shots he's done. He's a little bitch to this thing. I mean, okay, right? There is better weapons, there is the Tomahawk, right? And then there is the Blundergat/Acid Gat. But the thing is, if you don't have either of those, or you don't have the Mark II, this is one of your better options, to be honest with you. Now I want to talk about the M27, and I have a challenge for you guys. List me the top 3 guns that are in Nuketown. Most likely your choices were going to be the Ray Gun Mark II, the regular Ray Gun, and then the M27, in that order. Okay, so let's say that we took the Ray Gun Mark II and the Ray Gun out of the box. What are you going to use now? I mean, yeah, you can use the Galil that we've been using for years, or we can use this cool weapon that was in multiplayer and is only in one zombies map ever and is actually better, the M27. The M27 upgraded is a fucking beast. It has 370 bullets, and this thing goes through zombies until around 40 plus to the head. It is an absolute tank, and it sounds like a fucking baller.
Double points!
The reason I wanted to bring the M27 into this and not just the AK is because of the fact that not a lot of people play Nuketown, but it seems like every time someone plays Nuketown and they get the M27, they're going to hold on to the thing because it's so good. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about the gun. But again, the problem is that Nuketown is such an underplayed map that not a lot of people remember that the M27 exists. They go onto Nuketown and then they think about, oh yeah, the perks dropping, how it's a really small map, how it's kind of close quarters, and that it's a difficult map. And then everyone goes, okay, I'll get the Ray Gun Mark II, and then I'll get another gun that I'm just going to run around and use when I run out of ammo with that. But your best option for that, other than the Mark II, is the M27. This thing has a beastly amount of damage, and like I said, it can go through zombies on round 40. That's how fucking good this thing is. Honestly, I could ramble on for days about the M27 and the AK. The M27 doesn't have as interesting of backstory as the actual AK does, but still, it's a beastly gun, and I want to bring it into this because I thought, you know what? It is so underappreciated, it's so undervalued, because it's on such a weird map that not a lot of people play. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think these are underappreciated guns? Tell me what you guys think is the most underappreciated / underused gun in Call of Duty Zombies. I would love to see your guys' opinions on this. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Whatever. While you're down there, if you guys could also leave a like, I'd appreciate that shit. And if you could subscribe, I'd also appreciate that very, very much. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.